Welcome to OkState Daily. Casey Porter here. So glad that you decided to tune in. It was high drama at Cowgirls Stadium last night as the Cowgirls went into extra innings with the Wichita State Lady Shockers. Rosie Davis, boy, she came up huge in the sixth inning. She tied the game with a hit in the sixth and then won the game with a walk-off in the eighth. So it was high drama. It was a lot of fun. It was a well-pitched game by Lexi Kilfoyl and Ivy Rosenberry. It wasn't the prettiest game defensively. It wasn't perfect, but it was another game where the Cowgirls showed that they're not just talented, they're also very gritty, and they have team chemistry, and all that matters. So, hey, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it, and let's talk Cowgirl softball. So the game went scoreless all the way into the bottom of the fifth inning. Lexi Kilfoyl was doing a simply fantastic job. Of course, Wichita State did score in the sixth inning, but they were unearned runs. So Lexi Kilfoyl's ERA continues to be under 1. She's simply done just a fantastic job. Hey, how about Lexi McDonald, the young sophomore out of Silo? And Silo, hey man, I've been watching them play baseball and softball for a long time. If you come from Silo, you know how to play a bat and ball sport, no doubt about it. Lexi McDonald drew a walk to start off the bottom of the fifth inning, and she had got a pinch hit, base hit, earlier in the game. So in her 2 pinch hit appearances, of course, the first one being a pinch hit, then the second at bat, she drew a walk and had a base hit. So she had a nice game last night, doing everything she can with the opportunities that she has been given. Cowgirls then had a ground out and then also had a wild pitch, and then Jillian Pillard flew out to center field for a sacrifice fly, and the Cowgirls took a 1-0 lead, and that was an all heck broke loose. In the top of the sixth inning, the Wichita State Lady Shockers, thanks to 2 errors, they put up a 3 spot on the Cowgirls, and because of that, they went into the bottom of the sixth inning with a 3-1 lead over the Cowgirls. And man, I mean, it was getting late. 6 outs to spend. And then when you look at how the bottom of the sixth inning started, Claire Tim grounded out to the second baseman. So there's 1 out in the bottom of the sixth inning. You're trailing 3-1. And then all of a sudden, all heck broke loose for the Cowgirls. Carly Godwin, she singled to left field on a 3-1 count. And then Caroline Wong singled to left field. Michaela Wark struck out, so then you had 2 outs at that point. And then that's when Rosie Davis came up with one of her first huge hit last night. She tripled off the right center field wall to tie the game.
There's one that's hit sharply into right. That's going to land. It's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. And Rosie Davis has got a triple. And the Cowgirls have tied it up in the top of the sixth. What a hit by Rosie Davis.
The Cowgirls had showed in the past that they can come back from deficits, specifically the Stetson game. But how about the freshman Rosie Davis coming up huge? Opposite field, don't be surprised that she went opposite field. I've mentioned that several different times, how good the Cowgirls are at doing that. And then also the walk-off hit from Rosie Davis was opposite field as well. So a triple from Rosie Davis to right center tied the game up, and so extra innings we come. That's when Ivy Rosenberry comes into the game and pitches 2 great innings for the Cowgirls in the clutch, does just a fantastic job. Then in the bottom of the 8th, don't forget, Carly Godwin singled to left center. Hey, Carly Godwin, by the way, she pulled one down the line, she spiked one up the middle, and then, like we always talk about, gap-to-gap hitting, using the biggest part of the field. She also singled to left center to start off the 8th inning. She advanced to third on a wild pitch. You pretty much knew it was probably going to be over at that point, but after Michaela Wark struck out, you're thinking, well, okay, there's still hope here for Wichita State, and that's when Rosie Davis ended it with a walk-off single into right field.
2-2-2. Get through the infield, and the Cowgirls get the go-ahead and the game-winning RBI by Rosie Davis. She had 3 of the hits late, and the Cowgirls are going to win it 4-3.
And the Cowgirls had won their 18th game on the year and defeat a Wichita State team that By the way, they play the Cowgirls tough every single time. They were very resilient last night, so congratulations to them on a great effort. But again, came up just short as the Cowgirls show that they can come from behind late in games again to walk the Lady Shockers off and win 18-2. So some of the individual action in the game last night. We mentioned the walk-offs. Let's talk about Ivy Rosenberry first of all. Ivy Rosenberry got the win last night. She came in for the last 2 innings. She moved to 5-0, and she handled what I call the crisis moments very well. She came in the 7th. It was a tie game, and she struck out. How about this? Struck out the first 4 of the 6 hitters that she faced. In total, 2 innings scoreless, 4 strikeouts, no walks. So you talk about the margins. The margins matter in close games. When you don't walk anybody in close games like that, that is a huge deal. Rosenberry's ERA down to a minuscule 0.23 on the year. And how about this? 37 strikeouts to just 8 walks. So that's almost a 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Simply fantastic for Rosenberry. How about Lexi Kilfoyl in the simply fantastic job? She has high velo, and she has just been almost impossible to score on. She went 29 straight innings without giving up a run. She gave up no earned runs last night. She went 5 scoreless. Again, then Wichita State scored in the 6th, the unearned runs, the 3 unearned runs. And on the year, Kilfoyl has an ERA of 0.83, and her batting average against is 143, 38 strikeouts, just 7 walks. So that's over a 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. So when you talk about the 2 ladies last night that pitched, Lexi Kilfoyl, Ivy Rosenberry, they have been just impossible, almost impossible to score on, and it was a lot of fun. Wanted to circle back around to the fact that this Cowgirl team, 18-2, obviously very talented, but super gritty, super tough. They come back from behind if they have to. They get out to leads and play good early if they have to. They overcome mistakes if that has to happen like they did last night. Because like I said, last night was not perfect, but it was a situation to where the Cowgirls just overcame everything they had to. They can hit home runs, as we saw last night. And by the way, Michaela Wark hit one. I think that it's still going right now in space somewhere. Just foul, according to the home plate umpire. But, man, she absolutely put a just shot into that. So, although the Cowgirls can really put a charge into the ball, I just love how they really respect the fact and they sell out to being great hitters first and letting the ball get deep, thinking up the middle, thinking opposite field. And then if the pitch location and speed allows them to get the ball in the air and hit a home run, then they do. I think that's a large reason why they are such a good offensive team. So lots to be excited about for the Lady Cowgirls. This weekend is huge. They go to Baylor, and they face the Baylor Bears in Waco for a conference series. So make sure and tune into that. We'll have a lot of coverage. Not exactly sure what my Friday and Saturday nights look like. I am scheduled to work both of those days, but we'll see how that goes. So make sure and tune into OkState Daily on the Twitter, the Facebook, and the Instagram. Then we'll have a big podcast coming on Sunday evening. Going to release that Monday morning. So until then, I want to thank you for tuning in and say, go Cowgirls.